In a beautiful country like the Philippines, where we have 7,107 islands with vast land of forests, mountains, resources, and the highest biodiversity in the planet, it's a big question why half of its population is so poor. The urban poor have long been victims of injustices, from denial of basic services to displacements, yet they are still wrongly blamed for climate crisis. Meanwhile, our government continues to romanticize the resiliency of the Filipino and inflate their own heroism in responding to the crisis. Although it is painfully clear that these are cover-up narratives for them to continue to neglect the long studied problems of the Filipino poor. The worsening climate crisis, which is matched by a worsening disaster response, is indeed horrific. When the When, time, when Typhoon Ulysses submerged the Rizal province and the nearby cities, destroying hundreds of thousands of homes, including our climate justice FPAR partner community in Southville, accounts from the locals says that there was little to none support from the local government unit up to the national government. Women face multiple burdens in dealing with increased violence, bigger health responsibilities, as they struggle to provide and care for their families. The heightening situation of the climate crisis puts more women, especially the urban poor women, in a more vulnerable state. It is shameful to see how disaster preparedness receives so little attention, all the while the military is injected with billions of public resources that is being used to protect this big mining corporation that cause destruction in our mountains. The same mountains that are still suffering from the effects of their activities and causing floods to our cities and communities. As one of our partners said, as long as there is quarrying in the mountains, our rivers will be brown and will continue to be shallow, and it will cause flooding in our community. That's why it is important that the mountains are reforested. But like the strong women of Southville, they are still trying to rise above these disasters. They continue to mobilize the community to demand for justice for all the victims of the typhoon, and at the same time continue to help other members of the community. We cannot go back to business as usual and let our government be run like businesses and let corporations continue to destroy our forests and resources in the name of profit. Every time they say it's for development, it's a question of development for whom? Definitely not for the poor. Now is always a great time to take action against abuses and exploitation of women and the Mother Earth. We continue to collectively demand for accountability and call for climate justice.